Okay, this is our second video on Haggadah Ideas. We're not going into any order. So I know last time we did something right at the beginning of Haggadah. Now we're going to do something towards the end. We're going to talk about the plague of Choshech, of darkness. And Choshech was interesting because there are two things that our rabbis tell us happened during Choshech. The first one was the Jews were able to exact a somewhat of revenge against the Egyptians. The Medrash tells us that the Jews went house to house and collected jewelry from all the Egyptians, or wrote down what jewelry they had and what riches they had. And then later on, when the plague of the firstborn happened, they were able to go around and take everything. That was thing number one that happened, event number one that happened during Choshech. Event number two is a little terrifying, but it says that 4/5 of the Jewish people died during the plague of darkness. These were Jews, and it was the majority, 4/5. It's amazing to think about, where Jews who looked at the possibility of leaving Egypt, looked at the possibility of a bright future with the Torah in Eretz Yisrael, and said, that's not for us, we want to stay. So instead of having resentful people that went out and would constantly have a victim and a slave mentality, HaKadosh Baruch Hu killed them all during Choshech. Why did he do it during the plague of darkness? So the Egyptians wouldn't see them dying. If the Egyptians had saw them dying, they would have said, okay, we got plagues, and they got wiped out. So this has nothing to do with God or the Jewish people. This has to do with just, nature is taking its course and wiping people out. So so Hashem did it during the plague of darkness. So think about just how incredible the plague of darkness was, that the Jews that survived the plague of darkness saw with their own eyes. Number one, that they were able to exact revenge against the Egyptians, and number two, that they saw that one has to take an active role. And this is a lesson for the future, that to be a part of the Jewish future, a person has to take action to be a part of that future. They can't just sit back. They've got to be able to say, I'm buying in. I want a part of that future. And that's the two messages of Choshech.